in this world that we are living in, it's not just a physical world, it's a spiritual world. Spirituality were in the existence billions of years before religion even came, and the manifestation of this world itself is spiritual. First of all, late birth. God created from the morning to the evening for physical purpose, and he created from the evening to the dawn for spiritual purpose. See money on the ground, as soon as you take it, it has paid your bride price. Most of the money that we see on the ground are not monies that are supposed to be eaten. When you wash your things, you want to change the water, you go and throw it into the gutter. When they are feeding in the gutter and you throw the water to them, it will hunt you, it will marry you. People who wash their things, let me throw it on the road because maybe the road is dusty. Throwing it on the road, you don't have the eyes. Once some spirit is passing and you pour the water on the spirit, it will marry you. Don't let your kid play outside after 6. From the hours of 5:45 to 6, spiritual activities start.
Your friend is Sike. Oh, Sike, ya funi Sike. Sike, jankani Sike, ya temundo nyubezi.
Exclusive interview on television, Sike. Of course, we are on your screen once again for a crucial discussions. I have with me here a top-notch spiritualist, Alhaji Marrry. Today, the discussion that we are about to kickstart will be delight to watch and listen. We will talk about spiritual marriage, but before that, second stay. Me want me ho say grammar for power me ba mekeja atumu. Anya asase ani asase amanso twenda ho ehu so pani kwapi akraman ni panyenim asase ne de amanso twibia nda ho na da ho no tetrete so himpom bi enim eno de bebi a wunya bi ato a ene Nasco Properties die nika ewo Nasco Properties wato asase na wiaje ho nkrata ne bibia no ope wo mo mbesi ama wa jai omo qualified construction team adan bia ope bia ombe kukurasi wonum kinkren Nasco Properties for farmland asase yantama yade yekua ewo Winneba ne Cape Coast Quantimpone so Simbrofo a eben Apam Junction Nasco Properties insase ne twehia mbiaye
Kaswa Winneba Road Dominase near the new Agbogloshi Onion Market. Kaswa Winneba Road Akrampa near Fete Kakraba. Kaswa Bojiasi Road Papase near Richmond School Complex. Pram Old Ningo near Ningo Secondary School. Tema Akosombo Road Shy Hills Osudoku. Frey 0240 221 212 0277 071 717 and 0302 864 956. Nasco Properties,
your realtor for life.
Alhaji, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, by the grace of the Almighty Allah, we are very well.
The last time I saw you was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You traveled.
You know, this work, going here, going there, we are still learning.
It's hard for you to stay one place.
Yes. We go here, we go there. People need us, so we need to lead a helping hand through various places because it's the work of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is not my first time coming to ask this particular question, but I want you to repeat it. I'm playing emphasis on it.
Okay.
What's this?
It's this is a thing that chiefs wear. It says you understand, one of our costumes.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's part of your costume.
Yeah, part of our costumes.
Okay, so anybody with this thing, it indicates
most,
not all.
Not all.
Some wear it for fashion.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But then most of, people with this portrays
chieftaincy and prominent people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, why are you wearing this? Are you a chief?
I'm a chief. I hold 3 titles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Name here in Ghana, Senegal, and Burkina Faso.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, so let's start. I mean, the discussion is basically spiritual marriage.
Yeah.
And anytime someone hears spiritual marriage, of course, it means a spirit marrying someone who is not aware. Some are even aware.
Yeah.
Now, from your point of view, when we say spiritual marriage, what does it mean?
Okay, thank you for the question. And before we start, we need to start with God. Whatever that you will do, the beginning and the end should be God.
Sure.
God. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض وما في السماء والسميع العليم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Okay,
but before you proceed,
now,
before due respect,
okay,
you know, I'm not sure anybody watching this understands Arabic.
Now,
summarize the prayer. What was in it?
The prayer is whatever that we start with the name of Almighty Allah.
Oh, that's fine.
You understand me? Yeah. As a Muslim or as a godly person, whatever that you will do, make sure you start with God.
Oh, okay.
And end with God.
Oh, okay.
You start with God, it will end well. Whatever that God does not exist in, doesn't end well. As a believer, whatever that you do, start with God.
Without God, it will be extremely difficult.
Yes, you understand me. And secondly, I will say good morning, good afternoon, salamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh to your viewers. When we say spiritual marriage is the marriage between human and spirit, which is not normal. Because we all know marriage is for human to human, animal to animal, spirit to spirit. That is why when a person have intercourse with animal, the person get arrested, because it is not acceptable in our culture, in our society, and in the law.
It's not normal.
Yeah, you understand me. So the marriage between spirit and human being is not a normal thing. Though we have people that go in to marry spirit, they are aware of what they are going in for power, for political power, for let me say money, and etc. There are some people we know in our society, most of them marry spirits.
Oh, so some deliberately go in for that?
Yes. When you marry spirits,
benefits.
Yes, you can't marry any human.
Okay.
That is why you see some people have money, they have access, but they don't have wife.
Wow.
And they have some particular room or place that no one goes there except them. You understand me?
Yeah.
For that one, the person went in. We have our spiritualist, our, let's say, our comfort, and most people go in for that. Politicians and sort of people, they go in to marry the spirit. They go in for it. You understand me?
Sure.
For some purpose that they need from the spirit. And we have this one. The major one is the one that marries you unaware. Wow. When we say spiritual marriage, is the spirit that marries you without your knowledge, without seeing your family, without toasting you. For instance, me like this, when I see a woman, or before I married my wife, I went in, talked to her, we came into agreement before I went to see her family, and then the procedure went on. I paid her bride price, and there's the necessary things that I had to do. I did it before she became my wife.
That procedure was...
You understand me? In the Islamic way, in our customs way, I passed through all that before she became my wife. But in this case, when it marries you, it has not toast you for you to say yes, I'm interested, or no. It has not gone to see your family or done any custom right that will let him have the power to marry you. No. When you fall into victim of their traps, then they marry you. There are many things that we do that contract this spiritual marriage or spiritual marriage on us. First of all, late bathing.
When you bath at night.
God created from the morning to the evening for physical purposes, and he created from the evening to the dawn for spiritual purposes. So when the time is like 6 going, then spiritual activities start.
From 6 p.m.
From 6 p.m. spiritual activities start. You understand me? And then toilets, bathrooms, and many places like doing places. Let me say, you know, in this room we have 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners.
Yes.
Most of the 4 corners in our rooms or places are places for spirit.
Like
so
the corners in your room.
Corners, yeah, the 4 corners, yeah,
the 4 major corners.
Yes. So it's advisable spiritually. In the room, try to get the salt stones, put it in any chance or something to put it one corner of the room.
I mean,
yeah,
prevent them
from yeah, you understand me. When you are going to bath and it is late from 6 going, you know, when a man sees a naked woman, you become attractive.
Of course,
that is how it is. When a spirit sees a woman naked, it attracts the spirit, and at the moment it will marry you
without you not being aware.
You understand me?
Is it only women?
You know, women bath more times at night. We men, when you bath in the morning, Charlie, we are hot. Then when you come, maybe that day work is not good, and you come and sleep.
Just sleep.
You understand me?
Yeah.
And one thing everybody has to understand is, Allah says in the Holy Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. God created various types of spirit and as human being. And according to history, spiritualism, Bible and the Quran, spirit were in the existence before mankind came to this world. Spirit was in the world 2,000 years back before we came. One advantage about spirit is they see us, but we can't see them. The movement that we do in and out, we go with the spirit. You that don't have any eye, that walks on the road, you think only human beings are walking. You see your fellow humans. But when I'm walking on the road as a spiritual person, spiritual and psychic aspect, I see various kind of spirit that works with us. But you do not see.
But does spirit work in the day? Because
we have the spirit that works in the day. We have spirit that turn into human beings. They are shapeshifters. Yes, they come among us. What the Satan says, he came to destroy, kill.
Okay, so I'm asking that question because of what you said.
Okay.
You played emphasis on the fact that spirit works at night.
Yeah.
And you were even specific.
Most of them.
Okay, most of them.
Yeah.
You said from 6 p.m. to probably 5 a.m.
Yes.
Okay. So during the day, it's for us.
Yes.
So how can the spirit come and still work during the day?
We have, let me say, small of them or limit of them that works in the afternoon. We have them.
Some have some have the power to work at
in the afternoon.
Okay.
There are some people that you meet on the street looking like mad people, excuse my language. They ask you for money and certain things. They are not humans, they are spirit. They turn into humans to come and test you in many ways. You understand me? In the day. So we have list of them that works in the day, but most of them works at night. You understand me? So bathing late at night contract to this spiritual marriage. At the moment you get naked and the spirit sees you, it has married you. Secondly, leaving your hair as a woman, it has married you straight up.
The fact that you are naked and the spirit sees you,
it attracts.
Okay,
you understand?
It's connect.
Yes,
it is easily synchronized.
Yes, and secondly, leaving your hair idle. You know, at the Quran and the Bible, I believe says a woman should cover up the hair. You understand me? The hair is the easiest way this spirit get to enter through us and marry us. Design your hair, some styles to attract. You know, you have to know in this world that we are living in, it's not just a physical world, it's a spiritual world. Spirituality were in the existence billions of years before religion even came, and the manifestation of this world itself is a spiritual. That is why the world is in the air. How can something be in the air rotating without something holding it? Assuming this is my phone, let me leave the phone in the air,
it will fall down.
Do you understand me? There are various kind of spirits that are holding the world and pushing the world to rotate, but you don't have the eye to see them. That is what we need to understand. Some people don't want to accept or believe. What did the Bible says in the Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12? You believe in the Bible, I believe in the Bible. You believe in the Quran, I believe in the Quran. Quoted, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness in this world, and against the spiritual wickedness in the high places. What does that indicate? It is showing and telling us,
there are some forces around
are fighting us, and the thing that are fighting you, you cannot see them. You understand me? So walking with your bare hair as a woman is easy way to attract. And these wigs that women put on, colors and various kind of, you understand me? You meet someone who is not a human, but he is in the image of a human being. As soon as he sees you, he will marry you. You sitting here, you can see a person, or a woman, sorry, excuse my language, you see a woman, the way the woman will dress, she will hip her breast, her back, and certain things that you will feel attracted. You understand me? As you will feel attracted, that is how the spirit also will feel attracted to the woman, and easily. You understand me?
But so are you trying to say women shouldn't look attractive? I mean, they should look attractive. You shouldn't look nice.
You should look nice. You should look attractive, but you have to dress decent, exposing your boobs, your buttocks, and sometimes even the beads is out. It is the easiest way to attract this spiritual marriage. The words of the Bible and the Quran are guidance to mankind. And you know the Bible and the Quran is against dressing indecency. And when you take it in a good year, you will have a comfortable life. But snatching from the words of God will lead you into that. That is why God teaches us and gives us commandment to follow, because he created the world and he showed us the things that are in the world. So dressing indecency is against the word of God. So doing that will easily attract this spiritual marriage to your life. You understand me? You can be walking, see money on the ground, take it. As soon as you take it, it has paid your bride price. It will marry you.
Wow.
Most of the money that we see on the ground are not monies that are supposed to be eaten.
That's scary.
That is the gospel truth.
Okay, so now bathing at night without protection,
indecent dressing,
leaving your hair on and all
is the easiest way. And I want to add up one.
Okay.
You know, in the back of our houses or our compound, there are some particular places that are very dark. That at night, women love to, like, oh, I had a whole sumpa. Oh, this is a dark place. Let me just go there and just pour the water on me. You know, women will like that.
Yes, he will take
in our compound, or at back of the house, there is some dark place. Like, yeah, you understand?
It's do happen when I mean someone is bathing at the bathroom.
Yes,
and he also want to go out. She doesn't have that time to wait. So you say, so quickly, let me just go and start.
Go to the corner. Where is that? And that is the most places they want. They live in gutters. They live in these corner areas. Yes.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. When you are eating right now, kinky or any food that has meat that has bones in, when a spirit is passing by and he sees or sense, it will stand for you to eat and finish. When you go and throw the thorns and the leftovers into the gutters, they go there to feed. So most spirit feeds in the gutters, not the good ones, but the bad ones. They feed in the spirit, the gutters. That is where they feed, leftovers and thorns.
But how can a spirit feed on physical foods?
That is their food. That is their food.
Oh, okay.
Thorns. Do your research very well. They feed on thorns and leftovers. So you eating, finish and throw it in the gutter, they will go there to do what? To feed yourself. And that is the most place people also get this spiritual marriage. When you wash your things, you understand me, and the water is dirty, you want to change the water, you go and throw it into the gutter. And at the moment when they are feeding in the gutter and you throw the water to them, it will hunt you, it will marry you.
Wow.
And on the road that you cannot see what is passing through the road, you see sometimes you can be going and you just feel some air pass through you. Most of it are spirit. You can be walking on the road and you see some fresh air like passes through your face.
Yeah.
If I see that, I will see there's a spirit coming. Let me give him way, then he passes. But you do not have the eyes to see. So when the spirit is coming, you do not see and you go through him, because spirit is air. They pass through you, and you will feel that, oh, it is some fresh air, but it is not fresh air. It is spirit.
Wow, I felt coldness there not too
yes.
much.
Oh, inframa be above from any so it's not inframa. It is spirit, because we walk on the road with them. Do you understand me? So people who wash their things feeling, oh, let me throw it on the road because maybe the road is dusty. Throwing it on the road, you don't have the eyes. Once some spirit is passing and you pour the water on the spirit, it will marry you.
So why should a spirit hand someone who doesn't know he's passing, or it wasn't deliberate for him to pour water on the spirit?
We have two types of spirit, the good and the bad. As you know how we have human beings, the good and the bad human beings. The evil spirit does not know what is called forgiveness. At the moment you commit, that's it. they will find any way to pay.
Regardless.
Yes. You know, sometimes when you want to pour hot water, maybe you cook some ampesi or something with hot water, cassava. You want to pour the hot water inside the gutter at the moment when it is feeding in the gutter, because that is where we go pour our leftovers into the gutters. So that is where they want. Always they are in the gutters. Pouring the hot water in the gutter without you knowing and seeing, the hot water touches, then it marries you.
So now, I mean, it's not easy for you to know whether a spirit is here or not.
He says, can you see sum? Can you see it? You cannot see it.
If you are not a spiritualist, it will be difficult.
That is why protection is very important. Protection is very important. I want to add this last to the source of this spiritual marriage.
Yes.
You know, most of our kids and our guardians, let me put it this way, our guardians do a lot of mistake by letting our kids bathing from the hours of 5:30 to 6 at the at the bank of the road. Is very wrong. Some people have this spiritual marriage during their childhood,
like 6-5 years
bathing. You know, you see kids bathing
in a plain place.
Any human being, you hear this news that someone has raped a 6-year-old child, someone has raped even 3 months old baby. That is how it goes to the spirit. It doesn't care who you are, whether you are young or old. The person see you, then that's it. The spirit sees you, that's it. So letting your kids bath outside late is wrong. Or leaving your kids at the hours of 5:46 to 5 to 6 going there. Please get all your kids inside. Don't let your kids play outside after 6 or before 6. Before 6, make sure all your kids are in the house. It's advisable. From the hours of 5:45 to 5:50 to 6 hours there, spiritual activity starts. So bring all your kids inside the house. Don't let them bath outside. That is where most of people get their spiritual marriage, by bathing outside naked. You see them running naked up and down on the road. Oh, easily the spirit marries the child.
You just created awareness that bathing naked at plain places, dark places, leaving your hair on, attract spirits.
Yes.
Now that we are aware of that, what should we do to prevent that?
Okay, before we can go to that, I want to show some signs and symptoms that let us know. You understand me?
That
we have it. Because if you say I have typhoid or malaria, what shows I have it? The sign and symptoms of this spiritual marriage is having sexual intercourse in dream. You know, as I said, from the morning to the evening, God created it for the physical purpose, and from the evening to the dawn, He created it for the spiritual purpose. That is why in the wisdom of God, He created sleep for mankind. When it is the evening, you start feeling sleepy. The body will sleep. That is for the physical purpose. The physical purpose has been done. And you know, the manifestation of this world, whatever that we see, the manifestation starts spiritually. Whether you like it or not, believe it or not. Every manifestation, you believe in tomorrow. Has the tomorrow come? Tomorrow is there. 10 years is to come. So the manifestation will do spiritually. That is why God created sleep to the body. When the doctor wants to work on the body, he uses some injection to suck away the spiritual part of you to go out so that he can work on the body. That is how God does his work. When the body is asleep, the soul goes out. Your destiny, that is the star, the soul, it goes out to manifest things spiritually. That is why we see ourselves in Nigeria, in places that we've never been before. Maybe someday to come, you will travel to that place. So spiritually, your soul is there to work things out, to work things that Allah or God has created in your life to happen. Seeing yourself in the dream, having sexual intercourse in dream, shows spiritual marriage. Dreams are not to be taken for granted. Dreams are spiritual communications that God opened our eyes to see where the soul is. So whatever you see in the dream is real. That is why there is a definition of every dream in the Quran, and there are the directives, that is spiritual directives for it. So seeing yourself having sexual intercourse in dream It's a sign of spiritual marriage. Sometimes you can be even sleeping and you hear some sound like somebody want to even enter, or somebody is opening the window, something like that. It is sneaking in to come and have intercourse with you. And these things are shapeshifters. It can comes with your mother's face, your father's face, or any relative, someone you are good or in good relationship with. They imitate their face to come and have intercourse with you. Some even come to like kiss you or having romance relationship. Yeah, in the dream.
So in case you dream that your girlfriend is in your room trying to have sex with you and you allow, then probably it might not be her. For all you know,
it's not that it might not. It is not her.
Wow.
These things are shapeshifters. They take any image to come in your dream. And most of the spiritualists that are not truthful, when you go to them, I saw this person, I don't know, oh yeah, that's the person doing you, which is wrong. And this has led to a lot of chaos in the family. It has separated mother from a child, father from a child, which is false accusations. You understand me? Some people are not like much knowledgeable about this issue, because spiritual marriage is a one huge thing itself. It's not like not an easy thing that anybody can work on it. So most people who
is a tax.
You understand me? You go, oh, I saw this person. You tell you, oh mommy, it is your father. It's wrong.
I saw my mom kissing me in
it's
the dream.
Wrong.
So my mom is.
They are shapeshifters. They can imitate anybody, give trouble to the person without the person knowing anything. If your mother was a witch, she could have killed you when she gave birth to you.
Sure.
So don't let someone deceive you. Your mother is this, your father. No. It is wrong. These things are shapeshifters. So anybody you see in your dream having sex with you is not the person. It is them. They are things. They are satans, charlatans. They imitate. Sometimes you see snakes in your dream. Snakes. It's a sign of spiritual marriage, because these things turn into snake. You see dogs. You see cows. You see various kind of animals trying to attack you. It is this. You understand me? Seeing you yourself pregnant, carrying a child with babies, spiritual marriage. Seeing yourself eating, who cooks for you in the spiritual realm? It's spiritual marriage. You understand me? So all of this, a lot of science syndicates, but this is the list that I can let you be aware of. When you see all of this sign that I mentioned, it's a spiritual marriage. And sometimes they imitate the old dead people. You will be dreaming and seeing dead people. The people who you know for long that have died, they imitate their face. Because when someone dies, the person cannot come from the barrier of death to life again. You are gone. So this spirit turn into your image to come in the dream. So, and most of this spirit that turn into the dead people's image are this Al-Karim, the spirit that is responsible for spiritual marriage. So all of this sign syndicates spiritual marriage, and this thing has a lot of effect. You see some people, when they marry, they go to marriage and they come. They go to another marriage, give birth, and they come. This is the cause by spiritual marriage.
Wow.
They are jealous. So when you have a spiritual marriage and you marry, any ways and means that they will do to make sure this marriage has no peace, they will do. They even go to the extent of, even if you have a man, or if you are a man and having a woman, they can let another man or another woman just come and like play with your husband, or take away your husband, or a man come and take away your wife, or your wife will be like cheating. Any ways and means they will do to just break you up, they will do it. They even go to the extent of, when you are a woman and you have spiritual marriage and a man marries you, they can kill the man, or give the man some chronic infection, like chronic illness, a serious illness. Most of the people that like their manhood is not working because they went and have intercourse with wives of spiritual marriage. You understand me? Without knowing, and it will bring to that. Yeah, some people, like a woman who sometimes when she's sleeping, she feel like someone having intercourse with her, and they will tell you that true experience is even sweeter than maybe meeting with a man. Hey,
the spiritual
spiritual sex. Most of them feel like it will get to some time when a man is even coming closer to the, you can see you have a wife, but when you are getting closer to her, she don't want you to get closer to her. She will be giving you excuses like, oh, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that.
But then she will sleep and wait for the spirit to come and sleep with.
You understand me? It causes chaos. There's something called Bakinjini. It affects people with that. The people who have this spiritual marriage. When you say Bakinjini, someone can envy you without you doing the person anything. Wow. But people will envy you. People will talk about you. Talk in a manner that you don't know even
like negative things.
You understand me? What you know nothing about, people will be talking about you on that, and people will be envying you. Like people will be attacking you without doing anything. You can go to some place without doing someone anything, but the person will be envying you. Even at the workplace,
the person doesn't even know you.
You understand? Doesn't know you. It happens at the workplace, in the family, and in the society. Like people will be, whatever that you do does not like please people.
Yes.
You will do good and later they will pay you back with bad. You do good, they pay you back with evil. This is the cause of that. When they marry you, spiritually they tax you. So before money comes to your hand, they have already taxed the money. So when the money comes, boom, the problem here and there, your child is sick, this problem, that, the money finish. Or when money comes to your hand, before another money comes, you have to eat this one for this money to finish before another money comes in again. You understand me? Or money can be coming to your hand continuously, but then boom, the money finished. And when you sit and think about what you have done with the money that is beneficial, you don't even remember how the money. And this when it is on you or it marries you, whatever business that you do, starting it will boom, but later it will collapse. Your money will lack into some places that
you don't even understand.
Mr. CK, and you will see success, like opportunities will be all around you. People see you to be great or prominent person, but you are suffering inside. Opportunities are around you. You can help people to go forward, but when it comes to you, you face setbacks. When things are going on well, then you see it set you back again. Oh, things are going, oh, everything is fine. It has to go to like graces to graces. You need to go up. But in this case, when this thing marries you, when you are going up, then boom, you go down again. Things are going up, then setbacks. You face a lot of setbacks. No matter how things will go better, you will set back. Regardless, this is the cause of it. You understand me? And the last thing I want to say is, this thing is a generational thing. If you don't work on it to get out of it, it will trace to your kids. Sometimes even it gives fibroid, and most of the like chronic sickness, stroke, diabetes, along the line, this thing leaves some sickness on you that cannot be healed. You will roam, it will not be successful. And when you like through that and you start giving birth, you can give birth to sickle children, like a child who's today he's sick, tomorrow, you understand me? Sick children. And sometimes you give birth to like kids who are not normal, like abnormal, seven previous. I might say as a Jimmy,
a kids that will burden you.
Yeah, a burden kid. You understand me? Or a kids when a kid go to school, the kid will learn. You spend money, but the kid will not have a retentive memory.
Stubborn children.
Stubborn. You talk, they join bad gangs, bad friends. Your kids won't listen to you. They won't listen. They will be like stubborn, and sometimes the people with that situation have like quick temper. The person can do something that later the person will regret, and they go even to the extent of even like getting your kids mad. Oh, your kid will start joining gang and taking drugs or this our weeds, and then through the weed, some people take weed to get more wisdom.
Yes, sure.
It helps a lot of people. It's medicine. You understand me? But when this situation is in you, you will give birth to a kid that will go and touch weed that someone uses to learn. He will go mad. Certain things that are not like normal to happen in your life, it will happen.
I mean, the manipulation will be from spiritual point.
It can manipulate your life in such a way when you don't take care, you will go and hang yourself or take like medicine to die. It will frustrate your life in many ways. In marriages, like always marriage problem or money, one way or another, it will just distract your life. People will see you okay. Everybody that sees you say, oh, Woody, are we okay? And some people even come to loan, like, oh, me pay loan, like give me loan. Meanwhile, you don't have that kind of money that they are mentioned.
But you go and steal and come and give them.
And one of the most effect I want to speak before ending my program is when a woman has a spiritual marriage and you are a man who don't have some, go to marry her. After marrying her, whatever that you were doing before you married her, it will spoil. Before someone went into marriage, the person was successful.
Come again.
If a woman,
want you to repeat what you just said.
If a woman has spiritual marriage, that is why our elder says, before going into marriage, do a spiritual action.
Due diligence.
If a woman or a man has a spiritual marriage, assuming a woman has a spiritual marriage, when you are going to marry her, ask before you go and marry. Because if she has it, after marrying her, you are successful before marrying her, but after marrying her, things will collapse.
All the businesses will collapse.
Everything will collapse. And if you are a woman going to a relationship, courtship, or marriage with a man, do your research very well before you go in. Before some women are successful before getting into relationship, marriage, or courtship, but as soon as they enter in, and everything start to fall out, because you are going into rival with a spirit. And the spirit can see you, you cannot see them, and you do not have any like protection or something that holds you back to fight it, and you go into courtship, everything will spoil. And this is the reason why most of the marriages you see a man killing a woman or a woman killing a man. This is the cause. Any ways and means that it will make sure the marriage has destroyed. Woman can go here and like marry, give birth to 2 kids, go to another man, go here, go there, and she will even get tired that I won't marry again. And some woman will be there. This man come and he goes. This man come, like betrayal, promise and fail. You will face it a whole lot. Meanwhile, it is not natural. You understand? It is not normal. God did not ordain that on your life, but rather this evil thing has ordained it. As the Quran says, he says the evil things and the untimely death that will be chaos in this world, God has no hands in. Wow. So don't let anyone like lie to you that what God has ordained to your life, nobody, be careful. Jesus says man shall not live by bread alone. You eat, you drink, you wear clothes, you build mansions, you save, you do a lot of things. All of these are for the physical purposes. But after doing all this, remember you were made out of 2 things, spirit and flesh. You have done for the flesh, remember the spirit and work on the spirit. That is what Jesus Christ says. That is where our olden people conquered it. You know, in the olden days, or let me say our forefathers, they didn't joke with spiritualism. Even before religion came, they didn't joke with spiritualism
at all.
Spiritualism is paramount than religion. Spiritualism, it was in the existence billions of years before religion came. Adding some God to your God is a big sin. Don't add any other God. We believe in God, He is one.
Yes.
Hold on to your belief that God is one. Do not go anywhere like, oh, me person me ko say me person me ko ju obi ni munya, me person me ko kun obi. Don't go to spoil.
Don't think evil for your brother.
You understand me? Don't hold anything like no obusumbia, me di moja busu I believe in, but do not sit idle. It's a say ubusa, because ubusa for nyira. The reason why we are suffering in this world is we do not act spiritually. That is why we are suffering.
Exclusive interview on television, CK. This discussion is getting interesting. I mean, as I said, it's kind of delight to listen and watch. So at this point, I want to ask this question. I'm sure the people watching us now are also waiting for this question. What should we do to prevent such problems?
To protect yourself. That is what I repeated.
Protection
is very important.
Yourself.
Protection is very
How
important.
do we protect ourselves?
God says He's a helper, but He helps those who do what?
Help themselves.
So how can you help yourself? you need to get a protection. Today we have Kaikai Komaka Mashekia, we have Biarana, we have Itachan Aradu, we have various kind of herbs and like trees that we use to protect ourselves. And many ways in the Quran, as Allah says, He says He brought the Quran not for us to only read it, but to heal spiritually and physically. But when I'm writing Rubutu to add Kaikai Komaka Mashekia, when we say Kaikai Komaka Mashekia, back to sender, there are some herbs that God has put in power into. If there is no power in herbs and trees, it will not heal you. You are sick right now, you go that, oh, Mami Koti neem tree to cook. You will believe that there is some power that can heal you. That is how spiritual it is.
Neem tree has medicinal purposes.
You understand? And we have, it is physical and spiritual healing.
Of course, of course.
So we have the trees and the herbs that heal physically, and we have the spiritual one. But today, we say the beer bosom, everything that we the black, we see negative in anything. That is the reason for our downfall and our suffering. You will see people with money, people with possession, but they are suffering. Why? We've thrown spirituality away, and you will suffer, because without spirituality, you can never enjoy the life you are living in, because the world itself is a spiritual world. And it says we are not fighting with this, something that we can see with the eye. So spiritualism is very important. Everybody on earth, you need a spiritual guidance. For that word is very important. That is why in the olden days, as soon as a child is born, they take him to the spiritual person to bath the person with protection. We say everything Indians are bosomsem than anybody, but we take their medicine. Do we know what they use in their medicine before it heals us? Do you know? When you go to India, who worship gods more than India? But we take their medicine. But the herbs that God did and put power in the Quran, and the certain things that we write and the Muslim, that is why we are suffering.
Okay. Alhaji Abdul Karim Grusa once said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and I quote, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhaji Idris, God bless you.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you, and I hope to come here some other time for
Inshallah.
us to have a different discussion.
Inshallah.
I don't know. What do you have to say before I say goodbye to my viewers?
Okay, what I want to say the last is, this spiritual marriage is not an easy task. Don't go somewhere for someone to tell you, I will sleep with you before I will do the work. It is a lie. It is a lie. Some people take advantage, sleep with people before. It's a lie. There's no solution by someone sleeping with you. It's a lie. It has many ways that you get this thing through maybe what you did or someone did it to you. We do research at first to see how it came to you. And this spiritual marriage, the spirit, we have various categories. We see the category. Some spirit are there, we need to call them, maybe you wrong them, to like plead with them, and the directives we do and protect you. That is it. So it will depend on how you got it, and then we eliminate it once and for all. You understand me? So we have various ways that we use to cure this. It's not by like my memfa wonder, let me sleep with you, and no. And when you think prayers alone can heal this, then you are wrong. It will be on you till you die. When you are praying, it will go to like north. After finish the praying, it will come back again. So don't sit on it. This is something that we don't need to sit on, or it won't end you well. That is what I will see.
Alhaji Kerry, nice having you on the show.
Thank you.
I'm CK. Kindly subscribe to Television CK. See you some other time. Ciao.
Ya